Ash Trevino, and people who post their kids online. A modern form of child exploitation, in my personal, very loud, definitely unasked for opinion. Welcome back to the HR department. Case file of the day, Ash Trevino and co. As somebody who's grown up online and seen the true horrors of the internet,
I'm a banana!
The idea of a parent willingly exposing their child to such a cruel platform is truly unimaginable. But all I see on the internet is people constantly posting their children online. Hey mum, I don't really want to be filmed. Shut the fuck up and say how much you love Prime. Now the big question is, why? I mean, it's not really that much of a mystery, is it? The answer's money. It's always about money. There seems to be a new form of family channels evolving. Undercover family channels. Usually run by one of the parents. Accounts that aren't actually family channels still post their children online or utilise their family in certain situations for monetary gain. A little bit sneaky. If you don't know who Ash Trevino is, she's a 35-year-old TikTok streamer. Mother of 2, but actually might be 3 and potentially might be 4. But I'm just gonna go with 2 for the minute, purely for the fact that she's pushed these 2 specific kids out into the limelight. I say limelight, I'm not really sure I can describe it as limelight. It's more like a bright white interrogation spotlight. She's most popular for being live on TikTok all the time. She never stops. The TikTok grind, it never ends.
Mangoes, he never smell well.
I just threw up.
You just threw up? Why?
I just threw up.
You're lying.
Let me throw.
It smell like it or what? I'm just kidding.
Mom, I just threw up. Why are you dancing? Mom, I threw up. Why are you dancing? She's dancing? Yes.
Oh, your child burned herself. Too bad. TikTok grind, here we go. Oh, your child's just been sick. I don't care. Send those galaxies in, guys. She's also known for being, I laugh as I say this, the inmate hopper. Oh, Ash, she just loves a bad boy. And I'm not talking like leather jacket, motorbike, maybe stole a few pick and mix in his time kind of bad boy. I'm talking about the, oh, I killed 2 teenage girls. Ah, just those bad boys being bad boys. With being the prison wife to between 26 to 30 inmates in the last 5 years, apparently. And these relationships don't even stay confined to the jail cell walls. No. Ash brings them home with her.
Yeah, he comes home soon and he's actually coming to visit. He's like, we're gonna go get tacos and then we're gonna go back to your place. And yeah, so he was like, you're gonna come pick me up? I was like, I'm scared.
0800 1111. That's the child line number, in case they need it. Someone please call them, please. Obviously, I'm not saying that all prisoners or people who went to jail deserve to be there. However, these particular people charged with very specific crimes, I'm not sure I would want that person sitting in my living room. Sue me. So far, not only has she put her children at risk by posting them online, you are now putting them in risky situations that could cause them physical harm, all because you don't want to go to therapy. Thinking logically, if I noticed that I was only attracted to people who had killed people before, I would be concerned. I would take it upon myself to go, it's weird. When a normal person walks up to me and says hi in the street, I want to spit in their face. However, when a man who's killed 8 children, 4 babies, 3 adults walks up to me,
Wow.
yeah, maybe I should get that checked out. I mean, I'm talking about thinking logically here, when clearly this woman is completely incapable, in my opinion. Now, I want you to imagine you're a teenage girl. I know this sounds weird, just go with it. Skipping home from school, you just spent the entire day checking out this cool new TikTok boy on your phone. You're all excited and you show your mum, thinking it'll be some sort of bonding moment. The next day you wake up and you find out your mum's DM'd him and flirted with him online, live, in front of 40,000 people. She's actually invited him over and then engaged in, how do I put this nicely, sexual activity.
Santos will see everything tonight.
Can't wait for that FaceTime later tonight.
You already had one earlier.
I want another one later.
You're gonna get another one later. So what are you gonna do?
What would you do?
I'm gonna make all your dreams come true.
What would you do? Santos, a 19-year-old TikToker who was introduced to Ash by her daughter, showing her mum her new internet crush. I have literally no words. I'm turning around. Gonna have a cup of tea. It's calm my nerves. It's cold. A normal mother will probably take this information and think, that's so cute that she wants to show me her internet crush. Oh, that's so sweet, lovely. So adorable. Not for Ash. Ash takes it as a challenge.
Alright.
Are y'all jealous because I'm in the same room as him or what?
Stay in the mouth.
No. I mean, I seen his people.
You know how last week I spoke about how we live surrounded by town crazies? Yeah, I've got another one to add to the village.
I treated her like crap. I feel so bad at her because like Haley literally has been through like the bottom of her life. Whenever we lived with her dad, I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her. Like, I feel like he loved her more than he loved me. And so, like, I took my anger out on her. And she doesn't even, like, hate me for that. Like, she doesn't even remember that.
I really do feel like there's certain pieces of information that shouldn't be shared publicly, especially online. And this seems to definitely be one of them. She says that her kids don't remember, but I mean, they clearly bloody well do now because you just told everybody. It doesn't matter anymore if they remembered it or not because you just told everybody. Like, this is not a therapy session, this is the internet, lad. I know therapy is expensive. You've got followers now. You could get a sponsorship with BetterHelp. Actually, I've heard they're a bit dodgy. Unless they want to sponsor me, I'll do anything for money. Literally anything. I feel so bad for her kids. She keeps saying how she doesn't actively put her kids online, but like, yes you do. If you have a camera rolling in your house, the home where your children live, 24/7, live streaming to the entire world, yes you are. You are willingly putting your children on the internet. It's their home. Why shouldn't they go to the kitchen or go to the living room or walk through a hallway? Her kids are like 12 and 15, by the way. People shouldn't have to live in fear of being filmed and broadcasted to the entire internet. You're not in Big Brother. It's like walking up to the fridge, opening it, taking out a bottle of Lucozade, carefully cracking it open, pouring in a bit of bleach, gently screwing the lid back on, getting a lighter, melting the plastic so it looks sealed, placing it back in the fridge, and then when somebody walks over to the fridge, takes that sealed Lucozade, cracks it open, takes a sip, you go, oh my god, how has that even happened? I had absolutely no idea you were going to drink that. What? Who did that? I had no intention of you drinking bleach. And granted, that is a bit far-fetched, but you know what I mean.
Away from me. My kids have always been with me, and a lot of y'all spread rumors and say that CPS took my kids from me. Baby, CPS has never taken my kids. Yes, I've had like 20 CPS cases.
Do you know what would be better than never having your kids taken away from you and having 20 CPS pending cases? Never having your kids taken away from you without 20 CPS pending cases. Just throwing it out there. I know I don't have kids, but I truly do feel like if I was doing something which isn't a necessity, because let's face it, being a TikTok liver is not a necessity, and doing what you do on TikTok Live is increasingly more not a necessity. If it is encouraging and boosting a risk that your children may be taken away from you, I feel like I would stop. No? Having a lol cow as a parent must be damaging in itself. For her to be doing stuff like this.
I've already seen his beepee and he's already seen my nunu.
I mean, I'm not saying that content creators shouldn't have kids. Or am I? There might be a very good chance that I am, actually. Take that back. Ashley and her kids recently went on a podcast, and my opinion is kind of skewed when it comes to this podcast because I don't think it's a good idea to do podcasts with her kids because I feel like it boosts their online presence and makes their faces more well known. In reality, they're already online, they're already posting. One of her kids actually almost has 1 million followers. Their faces are online. So maybe it is a good idea that they come online and they talk about their experiences. And to be fair, in the podcast, they do actually speak against their mother a lot. However, there's always a however. This podcast was not a normal podcast. No. This podcast was hosted at the Bop House. I mean, the Bop House in itself is a video that I need to make. Listen, you're grown adults. If you want to make a house full of OnlyFans creators, go for it. Do not invite underage children to come and participate in your social media pages and podcast content. The majority of your audience is there for the sex work side of things. You've built this whole brand and whole house on sex work. You then cannot subject teenagers, minors, underage kids to that audience. That just seems so blatantly wrong. The fact that Ashley can do that as a parent, quite incredible.
You've taken her when she was sick and you're begging for money. You said send the Galaxy to know about my baby girl's health when I was in the hospital.
Oh, that's because, that was like a while. But you weren't even in the hospital.
Yeah, but no, but I still didn't like that.
Yeah, but we've already.
But you wanted my information out for a Galaxy.
I just hate this deflection of taking any responsibility or any accountability for her actions. She just sits there and like deflects constantly. Like, you're not playing tennis, love, put the racket down. Talking about tennis. I love challenges, so good.
kids.
That's why I'm homeschooled too. In the beginning of school, people noticed my mom, and I got like in the cafeteria a lot of stares. And so if I could, I honestly would go back to my old life, to being a nobody to people, because that's when I was more confident, didn't care how I looked. I don't like being online publicly, like.
And yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is crazy because a lot of the time we see family channels who have kids who are so young that they physically cannot express how they do not want to be on camera, or they don't understand why they're on camera, so they can't really consent to it properly. But here we have two very capable teenage girls outright stating that they do not want to be involved in this and that they want their mother to stop. Haters are just outside noise. Don't let the outside noise get you down. Keep on doing what you're doing. That is literally what she's doing. But like, it's not noise, it's her children.
I came home today with 3 gifts for my kids, and I gave it to them already. And it was all Hello Kitty stuff. My kids get stuff every day. Y'all want to talk about my kids not having a bed. Y'all want to talk about my kids not having this.
Buying your children gifts does not make up for the emotional abuse that you put them through. Bottom line, Jeremy.
Do you have beds?
No.
She can't even buy beds for her children. It's so odd. And actually, the host of the podcast offered to buy her kids beds.
I want a bed, 2 mattresses, I want a headboard, and 2 nightstands. I'm going to order that before you leave this house today.
And she denied it.
Like right now, she did ask me, did your kids pick out the bed set? I said, I don't want you to buy it. I said, there's too much going on. I don't need you to buy it.
Realistically, there's always going to be shitty people out there who want to exploit their children for financial gain. There's always going to be those sorts of people out there. And I really do feel like it's the social media company's responsibility to put a stop to that. Once money is taken out of the equation, I'd say at least 75% of these situations would come to an end. But because these people are continuously getting rewarded for being shitty people and shitty parents, they don't stop because they're making money. To be fair, I know I'm fighting a losing battle. Like, all the social media CEOs seem to now be Donald Trump's new toilet cleaners, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. And you posting your children's faces online publicly for billions of people to see is you taking that risk for them. And you have to carry that responsibility because you are the only person responsible for that, especially when they're telling you they don't want to be involved. These kids are losing friends at school, having negative impacts on their mental health, self-confidence issues, and scared to go in public. And that is all your fault, actually. That is nobody else's fault. They're asking you to stop and you're not. Not dub parenting. Ooh.
It's caseball time. That's what balls in the cases and the cases involved. It's caseball time.
I love that intro. I made it myself. Can you tell? Let's check it all out. Oh. There's only one thing on here. Usually there's a list. It just says, being a bad parent. Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, that's all we really need, don't we? Being a bad parent, in my personal opinion. With that, I can call this case file a violation. And not just to the internet, but to her children. So Ash Trevino, you're fired. ASMR. Okay, can we just all stop pretending that we don't watch ASMR to go to sleep, please? I'm tired of it. Yeah, I watch ASMR. Sue me. What are you gonna do?